What's good, everybody? My name is Gentleman Jugg.
And I'm Son.
And welcome back to another Jugg and Son doing WWE this week today. How you doing today? Boy.
I'm Usi.
Still, huh?
Still.
You're not going to get over that?
No.
Take me to Raw, son.
So we started off with Dirty Dom versus Ricochet. And
it's different, right?
Yeah. And I guess, he won.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He should.
And then we had Gunther and The Miz on Miz TV, and I'm like, did The Miz just turn face here? Because
it seems like he just turned face. I don't know how to interpret the fact that this man, for at least the last 8 years, just sat there just getting done up, just getting
embarrassed.
Clowned. Yeah, the whole thing. F5'd out of his pants.
Beaten up by Bad Bunny.
Yeah, all
Logan
that
Paul
stuff.
got him too.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, he has one promo with Gunther, and all of a sudden, all that is gone. He just washed it away for no, I'm not gonna say for no reason. He just washed it away, and I'm like, okay, yeah,
I'm serious now.
Yeah, I could see it now. Let's do this. All right, Miz, you earned it. Let's do this, okay? After 20 years, you've earned a chance to actually be a face, be a good face, hopefully, because he's tried this before, and it didn't really work out too well. But I digress.
I mean, it's just funny how, that's how talented he is, So he's underrated.
I think he is underrated. I hope he does this. I hope he's great at it, so we'll see.
It's like one promo, he can just make you forget about all that other stuff that just happened.
Everything.
He's like, yeah, you can take me seriously now.
Yeah.
He's like, I just turned it on.
We'll see.
And then we had Seth freaking Rollins. This is the go-home show, the Crown Jewel, and we were expecting to see Seth and Drew interact.
At least one more time, right?
One more time, but they don't. Instead, Seth just says, for Drew, boo freaking who?
Okay. Look. I like the idea about this match. I like everything about this match. It's just the lead up to it is not working for me. But whatever, we'll see how the match goes.
I mean, but Seth did have a great victory against JD McDonough because no one's beaten him before.
Yeah, it is what it is. Forget all that.
And then we haven't seen Cody all show, but we were having Sami Zayn versus Damian Priest as the main event. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have to guess because we already know what happened.
But yeah, basically they beat up Sammy, then they all come out to surround him, and then you haven't seen this before. Jay comes out to save Sammy, then they get overwhelmed, and that's when Cody shows up at the end of the show this time. And then he beats up everybody, and he beats up JD McDonough again.
Wash, rinse, repeat, the whole thing.
And then I
assume they're beating up JD McDonough just so that at some point in time he can get a singles championship or at some point.
I don't know, but it's just funny. They're like, it's different because Cody's at the end of the show now interrupting them. It's different.
I don't care. He has a match with Damian Priest, and I'd rather focus on that because I'm excited more for that than whatever this is.
I'm like, this is going to keep going forever, it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I had about Raw.
All really that's worth talking about, which isn't much.
Not much happened on the go-home show of Raw.
Take me to Smackdown, son.
So shockingly, Smackdown starts off with Roman Reigns, the champion, is here. Usually he skips the last week before the pay-per-view.
I feel like he has been, but hey.
He's actually here, so.
He's here.
Maybe it's because he's going to lose.
Are you kidding me? Do you even believe yourself when you say that? LA Knight is going to lose. There's no reason for LA Knight to actually be in this match.
This is like the Logan Paul match at Crown Jewel.
Yeah, we know who is not going to win. Okay, we know. And we pretty much know exactly how this match is going to go down. He's going to freaking, fight. It's going to be a good back and forth for a good while. Then one person's going to get involved and another person's going to get involved. And then
Spear, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Spear, 1, 2, 3, and then he walks out and everybody's booing him and he just holds up the number 1.
I mean, for me, it's funny is that when Logan Paul fought Roman Reigns, they had a press conference. They hyped it up way more than this. And I was like, this is, yeah. I mean, Roman said, when I beat you, like everyone else, they're not going to talk about you anymore. You're just not going to even be a megastar anymore.
They're doing our boy LA Knight wrong. He should have gotten a singles championship. He should be the one going up against Rey Mysterio for the title, not Logan Paul. I'm not upset with Logan Paul going after Rey Mysterio. It's just I think it would be better if LA Knight was doing it.
But instead, he's gonna be in a match
and lose
to Roman.
And then that's the wrong thing in my opinion. But whatever. This is what they chose to do.
And like everyone who loses to Roman, they just kind of vanish. Except Cody, but
yeah.
And then Bianca Belair got attacked by Damage Control because she's going to be fighting Io Sky at Crown Jewel. Because
I really don't care. I'm sure the match will probably be okay. I'm not a Bianca Belair fan. I'm more of an Io Sky fan, but I have aversion to Asian, so you know.
I only liked when she hits people with her hair.
Yeah, I don't care.
And then we had Kevin Owens fight Austin Theory. I mean, I don't even know what Kevin's doing here because he can't beat up the Judgment Day now, so he's got to beat up some other heels. I'm like, why don't you go fight Robert?
This is a wasted pick to go to SmackDown, in my opinion. So there's no reason for any of this.
And then we had Solo, Paul, and John Cena. And John Cena, well, was it Solo?
He dressed down Solo, with even a hoarse voice.
I mean, they said it's because Solo hit him like in the neck with the Samoan spike.
You almost said Nigerian spike.
Well, it's because
somebody's missing Dabba-Kato.
Yeah. we need Dabba-Kato back.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, so.
But yeah, I guess this time Cena just destroys him, and I'm like, okay. It's like, well, I mean, Cena's got to win this. He said, if I don't win this, maybe I should retire. I'm like, well, Cena, whenever Cena says I have to win, he usually wins, so. And then we saw B-Fab meeting up with Robert.
She's still there?
That's what I said.
I was like, I recall Top Dollar being unceremoniously fired from WWE.
He flopped out.
And he's having problems right now. Well, I don't think he's having problems. I'm pretty sure he's successful in whatever he's doing. I don't know what it is. Don't even care. So,
yeah, but I guess Robert needs to do something Roman hasn't done. Have, I guess, a female world champion in his group or something. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, it's not like they haven't been doing that in Judgment Day, but semantics.
You haven't seen it the Robert way.
You haven't seen it the Robert way. Yeah, that's right.
And then, Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio had their press conference. Logan Paul loves his press conferences with his challengers.
Well, I mean, the press conference is based off of the boxing match he just had a little while ago, where he did get hit in the head and was bleeding. I don't know if it was on the back of the head or if it was in the front of the face, but he was bleeding. Then the match happened. He beat the dude's ass, and now he's in WWE. Like, this is just, a regular run-of-the-mill thing for Logan Paul. So, I'm okay with this. I don't have a problem with this at all. I think it's fine.
I mean, I liked it. I was like, all right.
I expect fully that Logan Paul should be beating Rey Mysterio. I never liked Rey Mysterio with this championship. I don't have a problem with him being a champion of anything. It's just
not this one.
Not even this one. It's like it wouldn't be better for him to go to the Intercontinental Championship either. It just feels like he doesn't need to be a mid-card champion. He should be a world champion. Let him go back to that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to see him fight Seth again, but
I don't want to see him fight Seth, and he for damn sure isn't going to beat Roman. So
he already lost to Roman.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, well, let's go on to let him go back to that. Stay out of the U.S. title picture. Stay out of the IC title picture.
And then we had Bianca versus Bayley, and I mean Bayley lost.
What else is new? Move on.
And I guess that's kind of it. I mean, their go-home show main event was the Brawling Brutes versus Pretty Deadly.
Look, I like both of the groups. I do. I just,
this is the go-home show.
This is what it is, and I'm just not into these two. Both those teams are fine. I'm just not into them right now.
I don't know. It's hard to be hyped about Crown Jewel because these go-home shows didn't really do much for me. I'm like,
That's been what's been going on recently, where like the go-home shows are just not great, and then I watch the actual PLE, and I'm just like, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So, maybe. We'll see. Take me to Crown Jewel, son.
So, Crown Jewel started off with, well, this is the kickoff show, but it's JD McDonough versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah, don't even care. This didn't even work for me at all. I'm sure it was fine for them to see him, but I didn't care. I could have cared less.
Like, you knew who won.
Yeah, who's gonna win? Sami Zayn. We knew from the very beginning. Take me to the next match.
Well, we got the world champion opening the show with Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
This was a really good match. I actually enjoyed it very much.
I was in.
Yeah, I was very much in.
I laughed that the entrance was funny when Seth almost fell over.
Yes, I chuckled and he laughed too, but the match ends with Drew McIntyre losing clean for the most part.
He got annihilated at the end because Seth Rollins did like his combo and then he ended it with a stomp and that was it. He's like, yeah, that's it. You suck.
Yeah, I mean, this is the story for Drew. Now what?
He's like Seth said, you got no one to blame but yourself now.
And he didn't have anybody to blame but himself because he lost by himself. Nobody came out to distract. None of that shit.
See, Seth is the Shield brother who does it by himself.
That's what it seems like. But then Damian Priest comes out because he's going to cash in. And I'm like, I don't think he's going to cash in. The entire time he ran down there, I was like, I don't think this is going to happen at all.
I'm like, Seth's not even hurt here.
It didn't even feel like this is one of those situations where, like, let's go get him. Like, when Ronda Rousey lost to Liv Morgan, I was like, this is the best time. It is a surprise. I didn't see that one coming. But I should have, because for women Money in the Banks, they usually have them cash in the same night that they get it. That was the one that surprised me. The rest of them never surprised me. This one, I didn't think Damian Priest was going to get it at all, and he didn't, because who came out of the freaking crowd?
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, and he is insane to the membrane, where he freaking grabbed. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. Okay. I'm sorry.
He grabbed the briefcase.
He grabbed the briefcase, and he ran into the crowd, and
then Seth laughed at him.
You can't cash it in if you don't have the briefcase.
I mean, I just think it's funny that, the best time for Damien to cash in was when Seth got done beating Shinsuke in that last man standing match.
That was the best time at this point so far.
And you didn't do it because Rhea said no. And now you do it when Seth is, I mean, he's beaten up, but he's not that bad. He can still fight. And you're like,
sorry, senor.
Just keep waiting. Oh, I guess.
Have to keep waiting.
Now you can't even cash in now because you don't have it now.
I know, he doesn't have it. As far as I know, Sami Zayn got back on the plane and took off.
And he just has it. So then, we see Drew backstage and he's just sitting there and he looks all sad, like.
Yeah, because Rhea's back there like, told you.
He's like, is Drew gonna join the Judgment Day? That's the thing I thought, because is he gonna have like the purple skirt and like
the purple skirt,
and then like he's gonna have the black eye makeup like Damien, and with the sword?
I don't know.
Are they gonna play like Broken Dreams but Judgment Day version or something?
Let's see. I don't know what's gonna happen.
He's gonna have like purple fire.
Who knows? We'll have to see, because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Or they're just gonna forget about him, pretend this didn't happen.
Like I said, we'll see. I don't know how many ways I can say that.
So then we had the women's match for the women's world champion, right?
Yeah, and I liked Rhea Ripley's entrance. I just did. I thought this was the best entrance of the night. You know me, I'm a sucker for entrances, and this was the best entrance of the night, in my opinion. And the match was pretty good, too.
I mean, I like the ending the most, where Rhea just slams.
She slammed him, and she stacked him, and she pinned him, and then she walked out the champion. She deserves it. Fantastic match. I liked it.
It's funny, she didn't even need any interference.
I know. Isn't that interesting?
It's like, you mean heels can win without like 20 people helping them?
That's fantastic.
And she's not even the undisputed champion.
No.
So then we had Solo Sikoa versus John Cena.
Yeah, and John Cena freaking ate like 10 freaking Samoan spikes.
He got just spiked over and over again. It's funny that he spent all match trying to like,
stop it and
hurt
then
his thumb, and then
he got the most that anyone's ever gotten.
It's like he got shot like a million times, and then he just lost. And I mean, I just kind of laughed because like he just got destroyed at the end.
He got beat the hell up, and hey, happens to you, John. I don't think this is it for him. I think the story of him trying to get back to where he was is probably the story, but we'll see. I think he wants to get that next championship run, and I don't know when it's going to happen, but I think that's what he wants.
I'm either thinking its next championship run will be like his first win, or like his final match will be his first win.
I don't know. We'll see what happens.
And then we had, well, we're gonna skip that one. We had Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio.
Hey, it's a good match, and like I say, Logan Paul, I don't like the man, but this guy can put on some matches.
Good heel.
I don't know what to say about him. This dude freaking he boxes, he beats a dude up. A couple weeks later, comes out, does a match. It's awesome. Wins the championship. This guy's life is, everything that everybody wants it to be.
I mean, I'm kind of, I'm interested to see what the U.S. title is going to do now.
I guess we'll find out what the U.S. champion is going to do.
Like, because we're going to have a champion, like, we're going to have Logan Paul. He's going to be our main champion on Smackdown. It's going to be there every week.
I mean, I don't think so, but we'll see.
Or I just realized
he's got to be there at least once a month, because there used to be a freaking clause in the championship that you have to defend it every 30 days. And only person who's been doing that is Seth freaking Rollins, and maybe the mid-card championships, because it ain't sure as shit ain't Roman Reigns.
It's Gunther.
Yeah, well.
It's funny is that SmackDown might just have like no champions on the show except that.
I didn't even think about that. You're probably right.
So then we had Io Sky versus Bianca.
The match was like a complete meh, and in the finish, like, I know that Kairi Sane, she came out, and I think the pop would have been better if she would have had it in America, because I don't think these people out there know who she is.
I just know that, like, I would have thought she would have been on Asuka's team, because that's who her partner was last time, but I guess, like, I switched sides now.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. But she gave a fantastic elbow drop that I love. It was fantastic.
Yeah. And then we had Cody versus Damian Priest, and did anyone really think that Cody was going to lose?
No. Did anybody ever think that Cody was not going to have interference on his match? No.
It's funny is that Jay is doing for Cody what he did for Roman. He's now, like, helping Cody now. He's the right-hand man.
because at least he wants to do it and not has to do it. So, I guess there's that.
That's character development.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cody won, and they said he'll finish the story or something.
Yeah, whatever. Fine. He'll finish the story then, I guess.
And then we had Roman Reigns versus LA Knight. And, I mean, did you really think Roman was going to lose?
We've been saying it for a while when they even announced it, that Roman Reigns was not going to lose this match.
I mean, Roman said, I'm going to beat you, and I'm going to be the only megastar, and I guess he was right.
His matches, the only match that we know that we can't predict is WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying?
It was like the last time.
We can't I mean, we could have predicted it, but it's really an unpredictable match. We don't know what's going to happen on WrestleMania.
It's like WrestleMania. I think the last WrestleMania was like the closest to where I thought he might have actually lost.
Yeah. And so I know that he is not losing that belt. You can very much tell that he's going to have it until next WrestleMania, when he potentially might beat Hulk Hogan's record. And he'll be number 2, because he ain't beating Bruno Sammartino. They're not going to let him have the belt for 20 years, okay? So
10,000.
I know. He can't get there. He's not. They won't let him have it for freaking 20 years. And it's been 3.5 years so far.
And people are already tired.
Yeah, I mean, we're just sick of it. And I'm sick of it. I'd much rather see somebody else hold the belt for a while. Let somebody else hold it. But it wasn't going to be LA Knight. And like I said, this was the wrong call to have him even in this title picture for this.
I mean, I feel like you kind of hurt him a little bit.
It did hurt him, in my opinion. He should have gone after a mid-card title, sat there and freaking, gone crazy, beat somebody not Roman Reigns for the championship belt, and then he would have been fine. Then he'd be in the title picture for the rest of his career.
Because the worst part is all the trash talk he did before this match. He was like, while you were busy failing, I was busy succeeding, and now I only need one time to win.
Yeah, and then Roman Reigns comes in for 3 shows, gets his distract finish, and then wins. I mean, it's wash, rinse, and repeat, and it's probably going to be the exact same on WrestleMania when it happens. And now this man is not going to freaking be back in the WWE, until Royal Rumble, which is December, I think. So December or January.
We're just going to have to wait until someone finishes their story.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Because we got the reign that never ends, and we got the story that'll never end.
It better end, because if it doesn't end, they need to stop saying it if it's not going to end.
Now they're saying the new thing. We're like, well, the story's not over. It's just got many chapters. Like,
this is all ridiculous. I'm just upset.
like, end the story, please.
Yeah, I don't need to talk about finishing the story anymore. I probably won't even talk about it until it actually finishes. So,
Please.
you know,
It's getting worse.
Other than that, that's all I got about wrestling. I mean, the show was fine. It wasn't terrible. I didn't hate everything. I liked the entrances, I guess, the most. But
I mean, it's the same when Michael Cole even said it's the same old story. Roman wins.
Yes, same old story. And he's at 11,060 days or whatever. So, whatever. Fine. Well, that's all I got about wrestling, son. What about you?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, hey, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all the things all the other YouTubers tell you to do. Check us out on Twitter, the X, Instagram. Make sure you comment below, let us know if we're doing great or if we suck, and check us out next time because the next one will be available
When it's ready.